What are civic responsibilities? So remember, we're looking at the rights, responsibilities, and duties we have as people living in the United States. Those rights, responsibilities, and duties aren't just to the United States, but to our local communities as well. In this lesson, we'll focus on our responsibilities. So our objective is to define the responsibilities that we have to our government and to our communities. And our central question, or the question you'll be able to answer by the end of the lesson, is what are our responsibilities? So a quick review of the three terms: rights, responsibilities, and duties. What's the difference? Rights are things that we have that the government cannot take away from us. They allow us to keep the government in check. An example is freedom of speech. Responsibilities, the focus of this lesson, are things we should do but are not required to do by law. An example is helping those in need. Duties are things that we have to do or we may get in trouble. An example is paying taxes. So rights are things that we get to do, responsibilities are things that we should do, and duties are things that we have to do. So as people living in the United States, what are our main responsibilities? Our responsibilities are expectations, things that we should do, but they're voluntary. Number one, probably the most important, is to contribute to the common good. What does that mean? It just means be a good person. The common good is what's good for society as a whole, and not just you as an individual. So it means to contribute to society and promote good things in your community that will help not just you, but people living in your community. Number two is to learn about issues and take part in government. So if you see something going on, take an interest in it, and try and change things. Three, to help candidates with their election campaigns. A lesser responsibility, but if there's a candidate or a person that is trying to get power in government, and you like that person, and you agree with their ideas and their beliefs, then it might be a good idea to help them try to get elected. Four is to influence government by expressing opinions. So if you have a problem with something or you want to voice your opinion, speak up, or else no one will hear it and you won't influence government in their decision making. And five, the other really important one in my opinion, is to improve communities. See something going on in a community and you don't like it, there's things you can do to try and improve it. Don't just wait for someone else to do it. So let's go through them in a little bit more detail. What's be informed mean? Be informed means know what the government is doing so you can voice your opinion. People can learn about issues and leaders by reading print publications like newspapers, listening to the news on the radio or TV, or talking to people and searching the internet. And also be aware of your rights. So being informed is just a fancy way of saying know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, something bad is going on, you won't know about it and you won't be able to stop it or do something about it. Speak up and vote. Remember, the government exists to serve you, but you must make your concerns known. If you have a problem and you don't let the government know about it, then you have to assume that they're not going to do anything about it. So calling, writing, or sending emails to your elected representatives, or joining political parties, or working for a cause, or voting are all ways you can speak up and make your voice heard. Respecting the rights of others. Very important one. People must respect public property and the property of others. Vandalizing and littering are not only disrespectful, but also a crime. So respecting others' rights is probably the most important thing we have in terms of our responsibilities. It's something we certainly should do. Some rights of people we have to respect or we can go to jail. But there's other things like talking loudly on a phone when you're in a crowded place. It's not something that's against the law, but it's something that you should probably do. So respecting others' rights and not doing things that are going to make people around you have a negative experience is definitely important. Another big one is respecting diversity. Although we may disagree with people or disapprove of their lifestyles, these people have an equal right to their beliefs and practices what they do. We call this tolerance. Tolerance meaning respecting and accepting others, regardless of their beliefs, practices, or differences. Diversity in our country is a strength. All citizens are equal and entitled to be treated the same. So this is just saying that just because people are different from us, maybe they're a different religion, or a different race, or a different gender, or they just do things that seem weird to us. That's what they want to do, and as long as it's not hurting us, we should respect that. Lastly, contributing to the common good. Contributing time, effort, and money to help others and to improve your community is incredibly important. Be an active participant in your community. A lot of people just are unhappy with where they live, and they don't like something that's going on in their community, but they just wait for someone else to do something about it and change things. If you see something about your community that you don't like, you can be active and do something about it. An example is keeping your community clean. If you look at your community and you don't like that there's trash on your sidewalk, you can complain about it. You can hope that someone else cleans it up. But the easiest thing you could do is try and set an example by keeping your part of your street clean. That's an example of contributing to the common good. So again, all of these things are responsibilities, things that you should do, or at least consider doing, but you're not required to do by law. You won't get in trouble if you don't do these things. But they're things that you should really consider doing just to promote the common good and have a better society and a better community. So be sure to join us for class on Tuesday and Thursday. If you have questions or need help, please contact us. Our information's right there. If not, good luck.